In this Week 10 video, we're going to explore websites and how HTML is used to create a website. Here I am on the Sheridan College website, and I use Internet Explorer as my browser. If I press Ctrl-U, I actually get this dialog box. This is actually the HTML code for this particular web page. And if you take a look at it, you can actually see what a web page looks like when it's in HTML. So if you take a look here, you can see I've got a number of tags and some instructions. And if I scroll down, I can see that this document has a lot of information. Now this is a particularly complex web page with scrolling images and video, and there's an awful lot of information here. But like any website, this website is made with HTML content, and it's exactly the same whether or not you have a little or a lot. Today we're going to explore how to create a simple HTML page and how it can be viewed online. To find the files you need for today's activity, go to the Content Browser in Slate, scroll down until you find Week 10. The file you need is called Week 10 First Web Page Activity. Click and download this document. For those of you on PC, you're going to be using Notepad for this activity. Open Notepad, which is found in Accessories. Paste the contents from the document that you just opened in Slate into Notepad. This is what it's going to look like. For those of you on a Mac, open TextEdit. You can find TextEdit in your search box. Select Format, make plain text, and paste the contents just like we did in Notepad. Now I'm going to go ahead and do that on my machine. Here I'm going to type in Notepad. I'm going to scroll up here. Now I'm going to paste the contents of that document onto Notepad. Now I can go ahead and make some changes, and you're going to see here that there's a bunch of HTML tags. Let's take a look at those HTML tags. Here I have HTML. You'll notice that the opening tag has two triangular brackets on either side. This is the start of the document, and this is the end of the document. Every time there's an opening tag, it corresponds directly with a closing tag. Within your document, within your HTML document, there's always a head tag and a body tag. The head tag contains instructions for the browser, and it also contains the title of your website. The body tag contains everything that your viewer can see. Here you'll notice that I have a head tag, and followed by a title, and then create a title for your web page here, which I could do, and then it says title, and you'll notice that it's a closing tag because here it has the /, and I have another closing tag for the closing of the head. So here I've got open head tag, open title tag, create a title for your web page here, close title tag, close head tag. Let's go ahead and modify this and change the title. The title of my web page is going to be Chantal, and I'm going to put a colon, web page. Go ahead and put in a title for your web page. Now, let's take a look at the body. The next section here, and I'm just going to put a carriage return to make it easier to see, is the body. You'll notice here that I have an open body tag, and then down here at the very bottom, I have a closed body tag. I know it's a closed body tag again because it has the / before the name body. I'm just going to put another carriage return there. Within this body, I have headers. Header 1 tells the browser that this is a very important topic on my web page. Header 2 is like saying that this particular topic is a subheader. And then I've got P. A P tag is a paragraph. So here I've got one paragraph, and you'll notice that with each of these tags I have openings and closings. For example, P in triangular brackets, and then P in triangular brackets with the / to close. You can observe the same thing for the H1 and the H2. H1 and H2 with the triangular brackets, and then H1 and H2 with the / to close. And then I have another paragraph. So each paragraph is opened and closed with an opening and closing tag. That's basically how HTML works. It's instructions that enclose the information that you want placed on your web page. Let's go ahead and change some information. Let's go ahead and change this particular header. I'm going to call this header, "This is my first web page." And then in this subheader, this H2, I'm going to change this to say this is where I create a second header. All about learning HTML. Now, I'm going to leave this, and this is how easy it is to create a web page. One thing marketers need to understand is the structure of a web page. That title in the head section is very important for search results, and it is. Anytime your search engine is looking for information, it's also pulling information from your title. You can also put a description in your header, which is hidden information from your viewer, but it really helps the browser understand what your website is about. And then the rest of this document here goes on to say what is basically a body of your text. And here you have good content with keywords. And that information can also be helpful to browsers as they use spider programs to see what is on your website. There's also ways that you can emphasize information in your website. For example, if you want to increase search engine results, you can wrap special words in a strong tag. So if you take a look here, I've got a tag here that has the open triangular brackets with strong. And here I have the closed triangular brackets with strong. In here, I'm going to change the word strong tag to important. Now what a strong tag does is it tells their browser that this word is strongly emphasized in your text. And what it also does is it actually bolds the content. So whenever you wrap a word in a strong tag, you are not only telling the browser that it's strongly emphasized within the text, but that it's also to be bolded. So let's take a look at what this might look like in your browser. Let's go ahead and save this document. So I'm going to go File, Save As, and here, down here where it says File Name, I'm going to save this document as Chantal webpage.html. Now it doesn't actually matter if you save it as .html or .htm. And for today's activity, I've actually created a folder called Chantal Web on my computer where this is going to go. It's a good idea when you're building a website to create a folder in which everything is contained. For those of you on a Mac, you basically want to do the same thing. You want to go File, Save As. You want to name it Your Name webpage.html, but you want to make sure that you have Unicode UTF-8 selected. Now that I have that page created, I'm going to go ahead and open it in my browser, and I'm going to go File, Open. You can also click Control-O, or for those of you on a Mac, Command-O. Now I want to browse my document, so I'm going to go ahead and click Browse. I'm going to locate the file, and I'm going to open it. When I click OK, it's going to launch and interpret my web page that I just created in my browser. Let's take a look at what we've done here. If you take a look at my title, the title that I created, Chantal Web Page, this is the title, and that was an HTML tag that I created. This is my first web page, was my H1, my heading 1. All About Learning HTML was my heading 2, and you'll notice that they look different. Then I have regular paragraphs, my first paragraph, my second paragraph, and my third paragraph. And you'll notice that the area that I wrapped in strong tags looks completely different from the rest of my text. In the next video, we're going to go ahead and open this document in Dreamweaver and make further changes.